I'm holding this, so it's going to be a little shaky, I'm afraid. My apologies. I like this a lot, actually. Considering I was having so much trouble with the personal size, it's kind of surprising. Hang on a second, I just have to change something. It's much smaller, as you can see. Oops. So it's really good for carrying around. I can't imagine that I could use this for a just a, one planner kind of person. It's just too small. It's a little hard to write inside, and but I think it's very attractive. And oddly, it's not leather and feels more like leather than my Malden does. I really have no explanation for that at all. It's got the Olympic logo, and I love the color. I mean, it's straight up dark teal and light teal, and there's nothing I like better than that. I think these are probably like the elastics on the dominoes, and they feel really sturdy. So I'm happy about that. The other features are it has a side pocket and a long pocket. This is about the size of a credit card, and this one in the back is a little strange, frankly. It's a pocket, but it goes all the way through, so there's no bottom. I'm not entirely sure what would be good to keep in there, because things come out the bottom. This would be much more effective if it was stitched. This is this is Jane Mansfield, my beautiful Noodler's piston fill pen. I got this on Goulet, and I talked about it being small. I guess you can tell how small it is because it fits great in a pocket. So it's kind of the perfect fountain pen for a pocket Filofax, partly because of its size and partly because the cap is a screw cap, so you don't, the lawn guys are here today, I don't know if you can hear that or not. Partly because the screw cap allows you to take it without overly worrying about ink. So I wanted to show you some of the things that were in here. Most of them were things, unlike my other Filofaxes, that are actually Filofax branded products. But let me start with this. Martha Stewart by Avery has a long set of tabs that you can use in an A5, and I really haven't, because when they get banged around, these slide, and so it hasn't been all that effective for use in a Filofax for me. But I cut off the first two and put it in my pocket, and that's working out really well, and I've sort of kept the color, intact. This is a I guess it's a credit card holder that I had in my Windsor, and that's in there. This is a little repositionable memo from Jet Pens. They're very cute. Now Filofax, with this edition, came up with some amazing inserts. I mean, they're so attractive. Look at this divider. I've never seen a divider like this come out of Filofax. And the other ones are just as pretty. I hope this is the direction that they're going to go in. The black ones are nice. The manila colored ones are kind of boring. But these are fabulous, and even the fonts are kind of fun. And they're on the back. There's a lot of information in this related to the Olympic Games. and the history of the Olympic Games. There's badminton, archery, athletics, boxing, basketball, beach volleyball, cycling, all kinds of cycling. Oh, more cycling. Diving, equestrian. I mean, there's just a lot. A lot. This is really to track your visit. No, this is volleyball. I don't know what the other one was. And then there's a whole section on Paralympics, which are a little bit different. A lot of wheelchair events. So there's these are all Paralympic: archery, equestrian, cycling, football, rowing, powerlifting. I had no idea there were so many of these. Shooting, sailing, table tennis, basketball. That one I knew about. Oh, there's just so many. So these were interesting. I mean, as far as useful, I didn't know there was wheelchair rugby. Wow, or fencing. I'm not sure how useful these are going to be for me because I'm not obviously going to the Olympics, but they're very interesting inserts. A lot of facts and figures and things to read. Now this I'm going to use. This is a fitness planner, and I already am using it. I'll show you. And it has exercise, location. It had a lot of stuff across the top that I taped over, and I made my own notations on them. And there are a decent amount of these. I already was on the site looking for this refill again, but it looks like to get any of these you have to buy a whole Filofax, which is really a shame because honestly these are the most attractive inserts I've seen in a really long time. So it would be very easy to follow the events if you're really into it, but even if you're not, here's the modern games, the Paralympic games. I mean, there's just so many fun facts, and I think this is a train schedule, and straight up, these graphics are fabulous. I don't know who did them, but I mean, this map is just beautiful. I think I would just keep that just because I like it. There's a London guide, where to eat, shopping. Where do they say to shop in London? Bond Street, Knightsbridge. Well, looks like they're referring you to websites. Yep. Looks like these are references to websites. But for me, what I've been doing with it is... Oh, here's another one. This was the front cover. There's things I keep track of. Vitamins that I take or medicines that I take, how much water I drink, and I just taped over what was there and put in my own, liquid, whatever. And that is really helpful because it's small enough to carry around. I can use a pen or a pencil, and I can track these things because honestly, I forget. I mean, I forget when I've taken a medicine. I forget when I've taken my vitamins. I'm trying to take flaxseed, and I forget that. So this has been really, really good, and unfortunately I can't seem to find any more. I'll have to make my own or photocopy them or something, but this kind of thing would just be a great asset. They're a week on 2 pages, but they're set up, let me see if I can find it, with a blank side on this side, which I put through because it was before I started, and the the dates on the left side. So you have a date on the left side that continues to the right side, so you have a decent amount of room. And interestingly enough, the weekends are in another color, but they're the same size as the weekdays, which has been kind of an issue, I guess. And it's an issue in a lot of planners that the weekends are smaller. And I love the color combination. This is aqua on white, and they also have these, which I don't quite get everything, but I'm using these as a to-do sheet. There's a little number in here. I guess it is a to-do sheet for the time during the games. Let me see if I can find one of those. Where is my lined paper? I don't know. Here's the colors, and then there's these sheets, which I think are for during the Olympic Games. So they're a little different. It's all geared to that. It tells you what's, and this is how they do the calendar, which is really nice. This month is July, is laid out on the top, so you can see where you are in the month. I like that a lot. I mean, pink, brown, green, and the colors are fabulous. Oh, here's the layout. So this is like a week on 2 pages with the dates here and then totally blank spaces there. And I straight up love this graphic. It's all over. It's on the ruler. It's just beautiful. There's the usual information sheet, calendar, and look at them. They're like aqua on white. I mean, how beautiful is that? Holidays, time zones, and then some stickers for the Olympics. 2 sheets of them. Beautiful. I don't know if anybody remembers Howard Johnson's in New Jersey, but these are the colors of Howard Johnson's. It just reminds me of that. Okay. So what did I do with I don't know what I did with my lined paper. That's kind of odd. Well, it must be here somewhere. But anyway, so this is very nice. The things I like about this as opposed to, see, look, there's just like the random, they fell off. That was my problem with the Martha Stewart for Avery. They seem to be really sticky, and I kind of think they are, but maybe they just need to be more securely attached to this, because I would find them like all over, and it got to be pretty much a hot mess. So I really like this a lot. It's very easy to carry around and put in things like I'm doing with the vitamins and when I take my medicine and all kinds of that. I like the colors a lot. And the other thing is, I really prefer this over the Domino. I think the Domino has kind of a soft material-ish feel, maybe a little fuzzy, I'm not sure. But that really never appealed to me. It looked unfinished, whereas this is inside the same as it is outside. And I like that a lot. It's very graphic. I like that a lot too. I like the double elastics, which feel pretty sturdy to me. Not sure, I'm sure eventually they could stretch out, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen anytime soon. And so with something like this, you obviously have a limited amount of space that you can use to fill it. But if you're keeping, this would be great for, just a daily, like if you're on a diet, if you're trying to keep track of medicine, if you're trying to keep track of vitamins, water, like me, it's it's perfect. It would also be good for, I am doing my to-dos on it, and they don't really, I can't obviously put in as much as I put in, but I certainly can put in a lot. And, things that you do every day, that kind of journaling, that's one, the 5-day journal, 5-year journals, where you get just a couple of lines. I mean, this would be great for something like that, or a gratitude list, or if you want to list an accomplishment, just the weather. I mean, just for small bits of information, this is really terrific. Now for me, I mean, I know a lot of people are able to make a pocket work, but I really never was. But for the kind of small information bits, this is really great. Um, I put some top tabs, which these are the Martha Stewart tabs, and this big tab is somewhere, I think. These are Avery tabs, and they are very close to the size of the page. But when you take into consideration the rings, you do have to take some of it off. These are really nice tabs. I like them. They're repositionable. I just cut off one edge, and it kind of keeps my space. I like this as a top tab very much. It would make a really good top tab in a Malden. And these are the Martha Stewart tabs, and they are all really nice too. And they're repositionable to keep my space. So and this is the other problem, it kind of doesn't fold over that well. So I've had issues with this. Look, see what I mean? They're off again. So I think this is a really nice binder, and if it had like a pocket up here, I could make this work as a wallet. Because it doesn't, it's not a great wallet, but it's really a great Filofax. I certainly like it more than the Dominoes because I like the inside, and it's certainly more portable than Mr. Malden, and it's even decent size for a pen. So looks like Ginger's still snoring away. Oh, she just and I didn't wake Ventura either. So I think overall this was a success, and I hope you enjoyed my video. Thank you for watching.